The Cursed Book. More than 60 forbidden stories that YouTube wouldn't let the channel publish. Link in the comments. Buy it now. As you approach the museum, its forbidding architecture sends a chill down your spine. Gothic spires pierce the sky, casting long shadows over the entrance. A weathered sign warns, "Read the rules before entering the museum." The message seems cold, almost dispassionate, but there's an unshakable sense of dread that accompanies it. You feel compelled to ignore the warning and step inside, drawn by an inexplicable curiosity. The first rule is blunt. Do not touch anything. This might seem like a standard precaution, yet the way it's phrased chills you to the bone. It's not just a suggestion, it's a command that hints at dark consequences for disobedience. The second rule advises, keep the lights off. While it could be meant to protect the exhibits, the rule's tone implies something more sinister. The darkness seems alive, its shadow slithering across the walls with a malevolent intent. Rule 3 reads, never enter rooms without permission. It warns of doors that should never be opened, hinting at hidden horrors behind them. The thought of forbidden areas only deepens your sense of foreboding. The fourth rule is unsettling. Do not stare at the portrait's eyes. The eyes in the paintings appear to follow, too, their gazes shifting subtly as if the figures within are aware of your presence and eager to communicate their dark secrets. The fifth rule is even more unsettling. Do not speak to the staff. The implication is that the museum's employees are not to be trusted. This raises your paranoia, making you question every interaction and every shadowy figure you encounter. As you explore further, the sixth rule becomes evident. Time is not constant within the museum. Your phone's clock seems to malfunction, and time stretches and contracts unnervingly, distorting your sense of reality. Rule 7 warns of watchful entities. The notion that you are being observed by unknown, possibly malevolent beings makes your skin crawl. The thought of being under constant surveillance is almost unbearable. The oppressive quiet seems to hold an ominous weight, as if any noise could awaken something terrible. The ninth rule advises against following patterns. It warns that adhering to any patterns could lead to undesirable circumstances. The exhibits seem to form unsettling, repetitive patterns, hinting at a deeper, darker design. The 10th rule is especially eerie. Mirrors show more than reflections. The mirrors distort your image, revealing disturbing visions and shadows that suggest something is lurking just beyond the glass. The 11th rule advises, beware of unopened doors. It implies that opening certain doors could unleash unspeakable horrors. As you encounter locked doors, you can't help but wonder what might lie behind them. The 12th rule is about sounds of footsteps. It warns that the footsteps you hear may not belong to you. The unnerving sensation, being followed, grows stronger with every echoing step. The 13th rule warns, do not follow the light. It contradicts the earlier instruction to keep the lights off, suggesting that any source of light might lead you into danger. Strange, unexplainable lights seem to beckon you deeper into the museum. Rule 14 advises, beware of whispers. It suggests that whispers might be attempts to deceive you. The murmur of voices around you seems to grow louder, their incomprehensible words only adding to your unease. The 15th rule is a chilling reminder. Exiting is harder than entering. The museum's exits are not as clear as they seem upon entry, hinting at a trap that makes leaving much more difficult than anticipated. The 16th rule states, objects move. Items in the museum seem to shift locations on their own, contributing to the feeling that the environment is alive and hostile. The 17th rule warns, the walls have ears. Every sound you make, no matter how quiet, is monitored. The sensation of being constantly observed makes you feel trapped in a sinister game. The 18th rule is a psychological warning. Do not trust your mind. The distortion of reality you experience makes you question your sanity, as if the very fabric of your perception is being manipulated. The 19th rule is a dire caution. Curiosity can be fatal. The more you explore, the more you realize that your inquisitiveness may lead to your doom. The museum's dark secrets are not meant to be uncovered. Finally, the 20th rule reads, never break the rules. Violating any of these rules could result in dire, irrevocable consequences. The weight of the rules becomes an inescapable burden, making you wonder if there is any way out of this labyrinth of horror. As you take in the full scope of these warnings, it becomes clear that the rules were not mere guidelines, but desperate measures to keep the curious away from the museum's unspeakable horrors. The realization hits you too late. You are already entangled in the malevolent embrace of this place, and escaping may be beyond your reach. Until next time, thank you.